Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we are going back in time to explore a coin that has fascinated collectors for decades, the 1967 United States Washington quarter dollar. At first glance, this quarter may look like any other coin in circulation, but for numismatists, it holds a wealth of history, artistry, and potential value that makes it a must-have for serious collectors. The 1967 quarter is part of a pivotal era in U.S. coinage, minted just before the nation transitioned fully into the clad coinage system, making it historically significant and intriguing for anyone who appreciates both rarity and craftsmanship. The 1967 Washington quarter features the classic design that has adorned quarters since 1932, celebrating George Washington, the nation's first president. The obverse displays a detailed portrait of Washington, with his name prominently inscribed above and the motto, "In God We Trust," to the left, alongside the date 1967 at the bottom. While the design may appear standard, collectors know that the level of detail, the sharpness of the portrait, and the quality of the strike are key factors in determining a coin's rarity and value. The 1967 quarter, particularly in high grades, offers a glimpse into the meticulous craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint during a transitional period in American coinage. This quarter was minted exclusively for circulation, with no mint mark because in 1965 the U.S. Mint ceased placing mint marks on circulating coins until 1968. Despite millions being produced, coins in exceptional uncirculated condition or exhibiting unusual features are extremely rare. The absence of a mint mark adds an interesting dimension for collectors because it represents a unique era in U.S. minting history. Coins from this time are sought after not only for their age, but also for the story they tell about the evolution of American coinage and the economic decisions of the 1960s. One of the most captivating aspects for collectors is the possibility of errors and anomalies on the 1967 quarter. Double die errors, although rare for this year, can occur, causing the letters, date, or elements of Washington's portrait to appear slightly doubled. Even subtle doubling can dramatically increase a coin's value, as it provides a glimpse into the minting process and creates a piece of numismatic history that is both unique and collectible. For a collector, discovering a 1967 quarter with a double die error is a thrilling experience, turning a seemingly ordinary coin into a one-of-a-kind treasure. Off-center strikes are another feature that can make a 1967 quarter extremely valuable. During the striking process, a coin blank may shift slightly, producing a coin with a design that is partially cropped or misaligned. Coins with off-center strikes are unique, and their rarity ensures that each one is highly coveted. Collectors often seek out such coins because no two are ever exactly alike, adding a layer of individuality and excitement to their collections. Holding a quarter with an off-center strike is like holding a moment of minting history frozen in time, showcasing the unpredictable nature of coin production. Die cracks and die clashes also contribute to the intrigue and value of this quarter. A die crack occurs when the minting die develops a fissure, leaving raised lines on the coin's surface, while a die clash happens when the dies strike each other without a coin in between, creating unusual impressions. Coins exhibiting these anomalies are fascinating because they offer a tangible glimpse into the minting process and demonstrate that even mass-produced coins can hold unique surprises. The 1967 Washington quarter, when showing these features, becomes an exceptional collectible that combines artistry with rarity. Condition is crucial when assessing the value of a 1967 quarter. Even though it was minted in the millions, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition with full luster, sharp edges, and flawless surfaces is exceedingly rare. Collectors meticulously examine the portrait of Washington, the clarity of the lettering, and the quality of the strike to determine the coin's grade. Coins that combine impeccable preservation with rare minting errors are especially prized, often becoming centerpiece items in important collections, admired for both their historical significance and numismatic beauty. Toning and natural coloration also add to the coin's appeal. While many quarters are simply gray and silver, some 1967 coins develop attractive shades of gold, brown, or reddish tones over time. These naturally occurring colors make each coin unique and enhance its aesthetic appeal for collectors who value beauty as well as rarity. Coins with exceptional toning in combination with minting anomalies or perfect condition are highly sought after as they combine visual appeal with historical and monetary significance. Scarcity plays a major role in the 1967 quarter's desirability. Even though millions were minted, only a small fraction remain in exceptional condition or show notable errors. This scarcity ensures that collectors are actively searching for these coins, understanding that finding a rare 1967 quarter is an achievement that brings prestige and excitement to their collection. The combination of historical significance, condition, and rarity makes this coin an enduring favorite among collectors and coin enthusiasts alike. Collectors also appreciate the story that this coin tells. The 1967 Washington quarter is more than just currency. It represents a transitional period in American coinage, reflects the economic realities of the 1960s, and celebrates the enduring legacy of George Washington. Coins like this occasionally resurface in old collections, rolls, or even in loose change, providing enthusiasts the opportunity to discover a hidden treasure. Holding a coin like this connects the collector to history, artistry, and the subtle nuances of the minting process, transforming a small piece of metal into a piece of living history. Finally, we arrive at the most exciting aspect, the value. A 1967 United States Washington quarter dollar, especially one in pristine, uncirculated condition with rare minting errors, can reach an extraordinary $170,000 in words. That's right, a coin that may appear ordinary at first glance can become a highly sought-after collector's treasure. This demonstrates that even coins from the mid-20th century, when preserved carefully and exhibiting unique characteristics, can hold exceptional historical, artistic, and monetary significance. So, the next time you hold a 1967 Washington quarter, remember that it could be much more than pocket change. It could be a rare collector's gem, a window into the history of American coinage, and potentially worth $170,000 in words. This coin perfectly illustrates how knowledge, attention to detail, and a love for numismatics can transform an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. Second rare coin, we are exploring one of the most iconic and historically significant coins in American numismatics, the United States quarter dollar 1776 to 1976 bicentennial coin. Released to commemorate the 200th anniversary of American independence, this coin was more than just currency. It was a celebration of liberty, history, and the enduring spirit of the nation. While millions were minted for circulation, certain coins stand out to collectors for their rarity, condition, and fascinating minting anomalies that make them highly desirable. The bicentennial quarter features a unique reverse design, unlike any other in the series. Instead of the traditional eagle, the coin displays a striking rendition of a colonial drummer boy and a victory torch encircled by 13 stars, symbolizing the original 13 colonies. This design was intended to capture the essence of American independence and the revolutionary spirit that shaped the nation. Collectors are drawn to the intricate details of the drummer, the clarity of the torch, and the artistry of the stars, knowing that coins with sharp strikes and flawless details are particularly rare and valuable. This coin was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, denoted by the P and D mint marks, but what makes it truly fascinating is that the bicentennial quarter was produced in massive quantities. Yet only a small fraction survives today in perfect condition. While it might seem counterintuitive, the rarity of top-grade examples is what makes this modern commemorative coin so sought after by collectors. Coins that have retained their original mint luster, sharp details, and flawless surfaces are considered premium pieces in any collection and are often the centerpiece of historical coin exhibits. Collectors also pay close attention to minting errors on the bicentennial quarter, which can significantly increase a coin's value. Double die errors, for instance, can occur when the coin is struck more than once with slightly misaligned dies, producing a noticeable doubling effect on the lettering, date, or design elements. On the bicentennial quarter, this often appears in the words Liberty or United States of America, and even minor doubling can transform a coin from a common collector's item into a rare and highly prized piece. Another feature that attracts collectors is off-center strikes. During the minting process, a coin blank may shift slightly, resulting in a partially cropped or misaligned design. Off-center bicentennial quarters are extremely rare and highly collectible because each error is unique, making every off-center coin a one-of-a-kind treasure. Coin enthusiasts relish the thrill of discovering these anomalies because they represent a moment frozen in the minting process, something that cannot be replicated or reproduced. Die cracks and die clashes also add to the allure of the bicentennial quarter. A die crack occurs when the minting die develops a fissure, leaving raised lines or irregularities on the coin's surface, while a die clash occurs when the dies strike each other without a coin in between, producing unusual impressions. These anomalies are like fingerprints of the minting process, and collectors prize coins that display such features because they provide a tangible connection to the history and mechanics of coin production. Condition and preservation are critical when assessing the value of the bicentennial quarter. Despite being a relatively modern coin, examples that are uncirculated with full original luster are exceedingly rare. Collectors examine the sharpness of the drummer, the torch, and the stars, as well as the clarity of the inscriptions, to determine if the coin qualifies for a high-grade classification. Coins that combine exceptional condition with any rare minting anomalies are considered premium collectibles and often attract international attention. Natural toning also adds to the coin's aesthetic and market appeal. While most circulated quarters are dull and gray, uncirculated or lightly handled bicentennial quarters sometimes develop subtle hues of golden, reddish, or brown shades over time. These naturally occurring colorations are unique to each coin and make them visually distinct, adding to the excitement and desirability among collectors who value both artistry and rarity. Scarcity is another key factor in the value of the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter. Even though millions were minted, only a fraction have survived in pristine condition or with notable errors. This scarcity ensures that collectors are actively searching for these coins, understanding that finding a rare or high-grade bicentennial quarter can be a remarkable addition to their collection. The excitement of locating a perfect or error coin keeps collectors engaged and continually seeking these historical treasures. The story behind the bicentennial quarter also amplifies its appeal. It was created to commemorate a defining moment in American history, the 200th anniversary of independence. Holding this coin connects a collector to the Revolutionary era, American heritage, and the artistic vision of the U.S. Mint. Even though the coin is only a few decades old, its historical significance, combined with rare errors or pristine condition, elevates it far beyond its face value, making it a symbol of both national pride and numismatic achievement. Finally, we arrive at the most exciting part, the value. A 1776 to 1976 United States quarter-dollar bicentennial coin, particularly one in flawless, uncirculated condition or exhibiting notable minting errors, can reach an extraordinary $98,000 in words. That's right, a coin that was once part of ordinary circulation can transform into a highly sought-after collector's gem. This demonstrates that even modern commemorative coins, when preserved carefully and featuring rare characteristics, can hold incredible historical, aesthetic, and monetary significance. So, the next time you come across a 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter, remember that it might be more than just pocket change. It could be a rare collector's treasure, a tangible piece of American history, and potentially worth $98,000 in words. This coin perfectly illustrates how knowledge, attention to detail, and a passion for numismatics can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary collectible. Third expensive coin. We are diving deep into a coin that may look ordinary at first glance, but has captured the fascination of numismatists for decades, the 1965 United States Washington quarter dollar. This particular year marks a pivotal point in U.S. coinage history, sitting right at the beginning of the clad coin era when the mint transitioned from silver to copper-nickel compositions. While it was minted for general circulation, collectors know that certain features, errors, and exceptional conditions can make this coin a rare gem worth serious attention. The 1965 Washington quarter maintains the classic portrait of George Washington on the obverse, a design that has been beloved since its introduction in 1932. The lettering of Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1965 is crisp and familiar, yet it is the subtle variations in strikes and details that make some coins exceptional. Coins with sharper details in Washington's hair, facial features, and the rim edges are highly valued among collectors who prize quality and historical significance. Every detail on the coin tells a story about the minting process and the standards of production during this transitional era in American coinage. One of the unique characteristics of the 1965 quarter is that it was produced without a mint mark, as the U.S. Mint had temporarily removed mint marks from all circulating coins between 1965 and 1967. This lack of a mint mark adds a historical twist because it represents a response to the coin shortage and silver hoarding at the time. While millions were struck, finding a coin in pristine, uncirculated condition is far from easy. Collectors immediately recognize that a high-grade 1965 quarter offers a window into the economic and historical context of the mid-1960s, making it a centerpiece for anyone serious about American coin collections. Errors and anomalies in the 1965 Washington quarter are particularly enticing to collectors. Double die errors, for example, can appear subtly on the inscriptions or even along the rim edges, creating a doubling effect that transforms a standard coin into a rare collectible. These errors occur due to misalignment during the die preparation or striking process and are treasured because each instance is unique. Coins showing such errors are often highly sought after at auctions, as they combine historical significance with rarity and visual intrigue. Another type of error that can make a 1965 quarter highly valuable is the off-center strike. During the minting process, a coin blank can slip slightly, causing the design to be partially cropped or shifted. These off-center coins are remarkable because no two are ever identical, and collectors prize them as unique artifacts of minting history. An off-center 1965 quarter represents a perfect blend of historical context and unpredictability, turning a seemingly ordinary coin into a fascinating collector's piece. Die cracks and die clashes also add to the allure of the 1965 quarter. Die cracks occur when the minting dies develop fissures, leaving raised lines on the coin's surface, while die clashes occur when the dies strike each other without a coin between them, creating unusual impressions. Coins exhibiting these anomalies offer collectors an intimate look at the minting process and make each coin truly one of a kind. Collectors often describe the thrill of finding these errors as discovering a hidden story frozen in metal, something that cannot be reproduced or replicated. Condition is a crucial factor when assessing the value of a 1965 Washington quarter. Even though millions were minted, very few survive today in pristine, uncirculated condition with original mint luster intact. Collectors carefully examine the sharpness of the lettering, the clarity of Washington's features, and the quality of the rim and edges to assign a grade. Coins in top grades, particularly those showing minting anomalies, are highly prized because they combine aesthetic beauty, historical relevance, and extreme rarity into a single collectible item. Natural toning can also enhance the desirability of this coin. While circulated coins tend to appear dull and gray, 1965 quarters that have been carefully preserved sometimes develop beautiful shades of reddish-brown or golden toning. These unique colorations occur naturally over time and make each coin visually distinct. For collectors, a well-toned, high-grade coin with a minting error can become the crown jewel of a collection, admired not only for its monetary value, but also for its aesthetic appeal and historical significance. Scarcity plays a major role in making the 1965 Washington quarter highly collectible. Despite the large numbers produced, only a small fraction of these coins remain in flawless condition or exhibit notable errors. This scarcity creates competition among collectors and elevates the coin's desirability. Searching for a rare 1965 quarter, whether for its condition, errors, or unique toning, is a thrilling experience for collectors, offering the satisfaction of discovering a piece of American history that is both beautiful and significant. The 1965 Washington Quarter also tells an important story about American history and coinage. This coin represents the nation's response to silver shortages, the evolution of minting technology, and the public's ongoing relationship with currency during a time of economic change. For collectors, holding a coin like this is like holding a piece of living history. It connects them to the mid-20th century and the artistry and decision-making of the U.S. Mint. Each scratch, shine, or error has a story, making the coin more than just a medium of exchange, but a treasured collectible with immense historical and emotional value. Finally, we reach the most exciting part, the value. A 1965 United States Washington quarter dollar, especially one in uncirculated condition with rare minting anomalies, can reach an astonishing $150,000 in words. That's right, a coin that might seem ordinary to the untrained eye can be a remarkable collector's gem. This demonstrates that even coins from the mid-1960s, when preserved with care and featuring rare characteristics, can hold extraordinary historical, aesthetic, and monetary significance. So, the next time you come across a 1965 Washington quarter, remember that it may be more than just pocket change. It could be a rare collector's treasure, a connection to the history of American coinage, and potentially worth $150,000 in words. This coin perfectly illustrates how attention to detail, knowledge, and a passion for numismatics can transform an ordinary coin into an extraordinary collectible. Especially, we are taking a closer look at a coin that might seem common at first glance, but holds a surprising allure for collectors, the United States Washington quarter dollar from 1973. At first sight, this coin may appear just like any other circulation quarter, but for numismatists, it represents a fascinating period in American coinage history. Struck during an era of steady production, the 1973 quarter hides subtle details, minting anomalies, and condition-based rarities that can transform it from an everyday coin into a valuable collectible. The obverse of the 1973 Washington quarter features the familiar and iconic portrait of George Washington, a design that has been a staple of the series since 1932. Collectors pay close attention to the sharpness of the details in Washington's hair, the clarity of his facial features, and the crispness of the lettering in Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1973. Coins that retain full detail, free of wear or imperfections, are highly sought after because they reflect both careful minting and careful preservation. The seemingly small differences in strike quality can make a world of difference to a collector's valuation. One of the most interesting aspects of the 1973 quarter is the potential for minting errors that create unique collector opportunities. For instance, doubling of letters or numbers, commonly known as a double die error, can be found on certain 1973 quarters. These errors occur during the die preparation or striking process, leaving a noticeable doubling effect on the date or inscriptions. Even subtle examples of this phenomenon can transform a standard coin into a rare and valuable piece, capturing the attention of collectors worldwide. Off-center strikes are another type of error that can occur on the 1973 Washington quarter. Occasionally, a coin blank may slip slightly during striking, producing a quarter where the design is partially cut off or shifted. These off-center coins are particularly prized because no two are identical, making each a one-of-a-kind artifact. Collectors often hunt for such errors with great enthusiasm, knowing that they combine rarity, historical significance, and a fascinating visual appeal that sets them apart from ordinary coins. Die cracks and die clashes are additional features that can elevate the collectible value of a 1973 quarter. Die cracks occur when the coin die develops a fissure, creating raised lines on the coin's surface, while die clashes occur when the dies strike each other without a coin in between, leaving unusual impressions. Coins exhibiting these anomalies are prized by collectors because they tell a story about the minting process, creating a tangible connection between the coin and the machinery, artistry, and history behind its production. Condition plays a crucial role in determining the value of a 1973 Washington quarter. While millions were minted, only a fraction of these coins have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition with their original mint luster intact. Coins that retain sharp details, unblemished surfaces, and flawless rims are considered premium examples and are especially attractive to serious collectors. Even a small imperfection can affect value significantly, making the hunt for perfect specimens a thrilling endeavor. Toning and natural color variations also add a layer of beauty and uniqueness to this coin. While circulated quarters tend to turn dull and gray, coins that have been carefully stored or protected over the years sometimes develop subtle hues of golden, reddish, or brown tones. These natural tones occur over time and make each coin unique, enhancing their appeal to collectors who value both the aesthetic and historical qualities of their coins. Scarcity in high-grade examples, along with the presence of minting errors or unusual toning, is what makes the 1973 Washington quarter so exciting to collectors. Even though millions were minted for circulation, only a small number have survived without wear, with striking anomalies, or with distinctive toning. This scarcity ensures that collectors actively seek out these coins, and finding a rare or perfect specimen can be a highlight of any collection. The historical context of the 1973 Washington quarter also adds to its appeal. This coin represents a period of American coinage that was stable yet transitional, bridging traditional designs and evolving minting technologies. Holding a 1973 quarter connects a collector to a specific moment in history, offering a tangible link to the mid-20th century and the evolution of U.S. currency. For coin enthusiasts, each detail, imperfection, or error tells a story and transforms a simple quarter into a prized piece of history. Finally, the most exciting part, the value. A 1973 United States Washington quarter dollar, particularly one in exceptional uncirculated condition or featuring notable minting anomalies, can reach an astonishing $100,000 in words. That's right, a coin that was once part of everyday commerce can transform into a remarkable collector's treasure. This demonstrates that even coins from seemingly modern years can hold immense historical, aesthetic, and monetary significance when preserved and collected carefully. So, the next time you come across a 1973 Washington quarter, remember that it may be more than just pocket change. It could be a rare collector's gem, a piece of American numismatic history, and potentially worth $100,000 in words. This coin perfectly illustrates how careful observation, knowledge, and a passion for collecting can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. Next coin, we are diving into the fascinating world of the United States Washington quarter dollar, focusing on the 1980p mint. At first glance, this coin may seem like any ordinary quarter you might find in your pocket or change jar, but if you look closely, it holds a depth of history, artistry, and collecting intrigue that makes it truly special. The 1980p quarter is not just a piece of currency, it is a tangible link to American heritage, and for collectors, it offers the thrill of discovering rarity in what might seem common. The obverse of the 1980p Washington quarter continues the classic design of George Washington's portrait, which has graced quarters since 1932. The details in Washington's hair, the sharpness of his facial features, and the crispness of the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date 1980, are all elements that coin collectors scrutinize closely. Coins that retain full detail, especially in uncirculated or mint state, are highly prized because they reflect both the precision of the United States Mint and careful preservation over the decades. Even subtle variations in strike quality can significantly affect the coin's desirability and value. One of the most captivating aspects of the 1980p quarter is the presence of minting anomalies that elevate certain coins from everyday currency to valuable collectibles. Double die errors, for example, can appear on the date, the motto, or the word "Liberty," creating a slightly doubled impression that is immediately recognizable to collectors. These errors occur when the die is misaligned during preparation or striking, leaving a distinctive mark that makes each coin unique. Coins with such anomalies are highly sought after, and even small examples can command attention in the collector community. Another type of error that can make a 1980p quarter valuable is an off-center strike. Sometimes, the coin blank may shift slightly during the striking process, resulting in a quarter where part of the design is missing or shifted to one side. These off-center coins are prized because no two are identical, and the rarity and dramatic visual effect make them stand out at auctions and private sales. Collectors are drawn to these one-of-a-kind coins because they represent a combination of chance, history, and craftsmanship that cannot be replicated. Die cracks and die clashes also add to the allure of the 1980p Washington quarter. Die cracks occur when the coin dies develop small fissures, leaving raised lines on the coin's surface, while die clashes occur when the dies strike each other without a coin in between, leaving unusual impressions or marks. These minting anomalies tell a story about the production process and make each affected coin an extraordinary collectible. For a numismatist, these imperfections are treasures that highlight the intricate relationship between minting technology and the art of coin design. Condition is paramount when determining the value of a 1980p quarter. While millions of these coins were produced, only a small percentage have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins that retain their original mint luster, sharp details, and flawless rims are the most sought after because they demonstrate both superior minting and careful preservation. Even minor wear can dramatically affect the coin's grade and market value, making the hunt for top-condition specimens both exciting and rewarding for collectors. Toning and natural color variations can further increase the desirability of a 1980p quarter. While circulated quarters often appear dull, coins that have been stored carefully over the decades may develop subtle hues of reddish, golden, or brown toning. These naturally occurring variations are highly attractive to collectors because they make each coin unique, turning a standard circulation piece into a visually stunning collectible. Coins with vibrant toning or unusual color patterns are especially prized and often become the centerpiece of a collection. Scarcity also plays a crucial role in the appeal of the 1980p Washington quarter. While millions were minted, very few examples exist in high grades or with notable errors. This scarcity makes certain coins extremely desirable and drives collector competition. Whether searching for a perfectly struck mint state example, a rare error, or a coin with exceptional toning, collectors understand that finding these rare quarters is both a challenge and a thrill, adding to the excitement of collecting and the story behind each coin. The historical context of the 1980p quarter adds another layer of significance. This coin represents a time when the United States Mint was producing coins with modern striking technology while maintaining the classic Washington design. Owning one of these quarters is like holding a piece of history, reflecting both the artistry and economy of its era. Collectors appreciate the connection to the past, the continuity of design, and the subtle differences that make each coin a unique story of American coinage. Finally, we arrive at the most exciting part, the value. A United States 1980p Washington quarter, particularly one in exceptional uncirculated condition or featuring rare minting errors, can reach an astounding $90,000 in words. That's right, a coin that was once ordinary pocket change can transform into a rare and highly valuable collector's treasure. This demonstrates how careful observation, knowledge of errors, and preservation can elevate an everyday coin into an extraordinary numismatic gem. So, the next time you come across a 1980p Washington quarter, remember it might be more than just a quarter. It could be a rare collector's gem, a stunning piece of American history, and potentially worth $90,000 in words. Coins like this remind us that numismatics is not just about currency. It's about history, artistry, rarity, and the thrill of discovery. Last unique coin. We are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and often overlooked coins in modern American numismatics, the United States Washington quarter dollar from 1997p. At first glance, a 1997p quarter might seem ordinary, just another piece of pocket change produced by the United States Mint. But for those who look carefully, this coin holds secrets, rare varieties, and the potential to become a highly valuable collectible. Whether you are a beginner collector or a seasoned numismatist, the story of this coin is sure to captivate you. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American coinage since 1932, and the 1997p maintains the classic design that collectors have admired for decades. On the obverse, you will find the iconic portrait of George Washington, featuring crisp details in his hair, sharp contours in his facial features, and clearly defined inscriptions reading "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date 1997. Even subtle differences in the strike or the depth of these features can distinguish an ordinary quarter from a highly collectible one. Coins with exceptional clarity and full detail, especially in uncirculated condition, are always highly sought after by collectors. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1997p Washington quarter is the presence of minting anomalies that can dramatically increase its value. Double die errors are among the most celebrated anomalies, often appearing on the date, Liberty, or even In God We Trust. These errors occur when the coin die is misaligned during preparation, producing a slightly doubled image that is immediately recognizable to knowledgeable collectors. Such coins are rare and often become centerpiece items in numismatic collections, precisely because each example is unique and represents an unexpected variation in the minting process. Off-center strikes are another type of anomaly that can make a 1997p quarter incredibly valuable. Occasionally, the coin blank may slip during striking, causing the design to appear shifted or partially missing. These off-center quarters are visually striking and highly prized by collectors, particularly when the shift is significant enough to reveal blank areas of the coin. Such errors are rare, and because no two off-center strikes are identical, each coin becomes a unique testament to the complexity of the minting process and a highly sought-after collectible. Die cracks and die clashes also make the 1997p quarter intriguing for collectors. Die cracks occur when small fissures form in the coin dies, leaving raised lines on the coin's surface, while die clashes occur when the dies strike each other without a coin in between, leaving unusual marks or impressions. These minting anomalies make each coin one of a kind and highlight the fascinating interplay between minting technology and artistic craftsmanship. Coins with visible die cracks or clashes attract attention because they are not only rare but also tell a story about the production process itself. Condition is a critical factor when evaluating the value of a 1997p Washington quarter. While millions of these coins were minted for circulation, only a small percentage have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins with original luster, sharp detail in Washington's portrait, and flawless rims are extremely desirable and are often the ones that command the highest prices at auction. Even minor wear, scratches, or loss of luster can significantly impact a coin's grade, which is why collectors place immense value on coins that have been preserved perfectly since they were minted. Toning can add an additional layer of appeal to a 1997p quarter. While circulated coins often look flat or dull, coins that have been stored carefully may develop attractive natural toning, ranging from golden hues to deep reddish-brown shades. Toning occurs over time due to natural chemical reactions and environmental factors, and collectors often prize it because it makes each coin visually unique. A 1997p Washington quarter with striking toning can become a centerpiece of a collection, enhancing both its aesthetic and numismatic value. Rarity is another reason collectors pay close attention to the 1997p Washington quarter. While production numbers were high, finding coins with exceptional preservation, notable minting errors, or unusual toning is far less common. This scarcity fuels collector competition, creating excitement whenever a rare specimen surfaces at an auction or private sale. The thrill of searching for a top-grade coin or spotting a rare error is part of the magic of numismatics, and the 1997p Washington quarter offers many opportunities for discovery. The historical significance of the 1997p quarter adds yet another layer to its appeal. This coin represents a period of modern minting techniques while preserving the classic Washington design, reflecting both technological advancement and continuity in American coinage. For collectors, owning such a coin is not just about monetary value, it is about connecting with history, appreciating the artistry of the mint, and understanding the evolution of U.S. currency. Each coin tells a story, and the 1997p is no exception, offering a tangible link to the past in your hands. Finally, we arrive at the most exciting part, the value. A United States 1997p Washington quarter, particularly one in exceptional uncirculated condition or featuring rare minting anomalies, can reach an astounding $40,000 in words. That's right, a coin that might seem ordinary to most people can become an extraordinary collector's treasure. This demonstrates the incredible potential of numismatics, where careful observation, preservation, and knowledge can transform everyday coins into prized historical artifacts. So, the next time you encounter a 1997p Washington quarter, remember that it may be far more than a simple quarter. It could be a rare collector's gem, a visually stunning piece of American history, and potentially worth $40,000 in words. Coins like this remind us that numismatics is a journey, a blend of history, artistry, rarity, and the excitement of discovery.